Alam niyo ba guys, true story to. Nung bata ako, pumupunta ako sa trabaho, wala akong pagkain. Dahil wala akong pera. As in talagang simot na simot yung bank account ko. Talagang walang pera talaga. Panggasolina lang nga sa kotse ko, wala eh. Pambili pa ng pagkain. So guys, this is what 7:45 p.m. looks like in Ontario, Canada right now. Nandito kami ngayon sa Stony Creek at August 8 sushi restaurant. Finally at the table after about an hour. Huh? Okay, honey, go order for us. Mga kuya, nandito na tayo sa bahay. Nung nandun po kami ni Mrs. sa restaurant, nag-uusap kami. Tinatanong niya ako, ano pakiramdam ngayon na pwede na tayong pumunta sa restaurant kumpara dati nung naghihirap ka? So, naisip ko pong gawin tong video na to para I can share to our kabayans out there na lahat po tayo nag-uumpisa sa hirap. Lahat po tayo nag-uumpisa sa first base. Okay? Lahat po na-accomplish through hard work, dedication, smart work, teamwork, and all of that good stuff. Pati po ako. Nagdaan din po ako sa kahirapan, believe it or not. So, paano ko bang uumpisahan to? I guess kukwento ko na lang sa inyo guys nung nag-umpisa ako. So, marami pong nangyari sa pamilya namin financially that I'm not gonna go into. Pero, long story short, at a very young, tender age of 2021, parang na-obligated po ako to help. Dahil ako po yung pinakamatanda na anak. And at that time, my mom was not working anymore dahil na-injure po siya. My sister was an infant. My brother was still in school. So really kami lang po ng dad ko ang nagtatrabaho. We're the only two sources of income. So I'm ready to do everything and anything for my family. So I figure, you know what? Tulong-tulong tayo. So nung early 20s ko po, as I'm pretty sure you know because I've posted this in my previous videos, I've been working full-time already sa casino po, and I make, well, at that time, I was making already a very, very solid salary, right? And, you know, a lot of people would think, oh, you know what, 21 years old, full-time job, mayaman na yan. Hindi po totoo yun. Kung tutuusin nga po, kabaliktaran, you know, ang nangyari po sa akin. Yes, you know, nakatira po kami sa bahay. Yes, kompleto po yung pamilya ko. Yes, I had a full-time job / career that paid me very, very good money. And yes, we had things that most people did not have at that time. But to be completely honest, I am no different than a pulube. So dati po nung bata ako, if you were a person looking from the outside in, you would assume, oh, you know what, ayos tong batang to. You know, they're well off or may kaya. No. So I had to move out of my parents' house dahil yung work ko po napakalayo. And I had to go get my own apartment. I had to, you know, create my own living environment, and I had to pay for that all on my own without any help from anybody. So nangyari ganito. Get paid twice a week, di ba? So my first paycheck would always go towards my family to help them out. Tandaan niyo, hindi na ako nakatira dun sa bahay nila. But like I said, my brother was still in school. My sister was still an infant. My mom wasn't working anymore because she got injured. And it was just my dad and I ang nagtatrabaho. So I couldn't turn my back on my family because I love my family, just like anybody else, di ba? And I did not want them to live a different life than what they already know. It's just me, okay? So I was ready to make that sacrifice, and I did. So first paycheck that I get from my job goes to my family. And the second paycheck that I get, kailangan pagkasyahin ko po yun para sa living expenses ko. And napakahirap po yun. Ang dami ko pong taon na ginawa yun, napakahirap. As in, napakahirap. It's true that I was driving a Corvette. Totoo po yun. My grandma bought me that car. Pero I really couldn't afford to drive it. I couldn't even put gas in it. Insurance ang mahal. But that's what I used to take to go to work. So isipin niyo po guys, if you were somebody that did not know my circumstances and you were just looking from the outside in, you're gonna look at me. In my early 20s, nakatira po ako sa bahay sa Oakville. Alright? I have my family together, intact. Okay? I have a full-time job that paid me an amazing salary at 20, in my early 20s. And I was in management. And when I drove to work, I drove in a fancy Corvette sports car. And I wear a suit to go to work. So isipin nyo, this guy has it made. This guy's living the life. Hindi po totoo yan. You know, if anything, it's quite the opposite. So like I said, yung unang paycheck ko po, pumupunta sa pamilya ko. And the second paycheck, kailangan pagkasyahin ko for my living expenses. And it was not easy because I have to pay rent. I have to eat. I have to pay for my own bills. And I don't know how I was able to make that possible. Talagang I was living like a palube, but I did not look like a palube. So, one of the things na natatandaan ko, pag yung wife ko, which was my girlfriend at that time, bibisita po siya sa Brantford to come see me. Tuwan-tuwa po ako nun. Dahil, you know, I get to spend some time with her. Plus, I hate to admit this, but she would do groceries for me. Wala po akong pang grocery. And tatandaan ko po nun, nung baguhan po kami nung wife ko dati. Girlfriend ko pa siya dati. But I'm gonna refer to her as my wife. Taka-welfare po siya. So isipin niyo po, yung girlfriend ko na naka-welfare, bibisitahin ako sa Brantford na ako na may trabaho, ako na nagda-drive ng Corvette, ako na may bahay sa Oakville, tapos siya pa bibili ng grocery ko dahil wala po talaga akong pera dati. Dahil simot na simot ang bank account ko because of the circumstance that I was in. Totoo po yun. That's why I love her to death, because if it was not for her, I never would have been able to do the things that I was able to do for my family. You know, she was my rock. She still is. So I will owe her for that, for life. True story po yan. Pag bibisita po siya dun sa apartment ko dati dito sa Brantford, bubuksan niya yung fridge ko. Walang laman. Tubig lang. Because I couldn't afford to buy food. So, minsan pa nga po, dahil sa kawalan naman ng pera, we discovered this place in Scarborough, sa Toronto, where she is originally from. It's called Dragon Center. Ano po yun? It's like a plaza na merong takeout restaurant dun sa likuran. And they would sell chicken fried rice na nasa container that you can't even close, punong-puno, apaw na apaw, for $2.50. So meron pong chicken fried rice and pork chop fried rice. Okay, nasa container na styrofoam, you can't close it. $2.50. So my wife would buy me 2 containers of that. So I can take it home to Brantford. Pagbalik ko sa trabaho para meron akong pagkain sa bahay, tsaka para meron akong baon. Ganun po ako talaga kahirap. Not even joking. And minsan pa nga po kung tutuusin, not one word of a lie. Tandaan ko, pag wala akong baon papunta sa trabaho, dun po sa cafeteria namin, sa tabi ng cashier, there's a little compartment. nakikita niyo po doon na naglalagay sila ng saltine crackers, peanut butter, jelly, and packets of butter. Para po yun sa mga tao na bumibili ng breakfast, like a condiment type area where they get condiments for the breakfast that they bought, right? Kumukupit na lang po ako dun ng mga crackers. Tapos, I eat that with the jelly and the peanut butter para lang makaraos ng gutom pag nasa trabaho po ako. Ganun po talaga kahirap ang inabot ko dati. But you know what? Thinking back, natutuwa po ako because times like that when we had nothing, we were able to adapt, we were able to push forward, we never gave up, and we just kept on going and going and going, you know? So I guess what I'm trying to say po, mga ate at mga kuya, looks can be very, very deceiving. Never ever judge a book by its cover. You know, dahil lahat po tayo may pinagdadaanan. Just because you see somebody, you know, they seem to be doing well from the outside looking in, that may not be the case because I was the perfect example of that. Ngayon po, medyo gumanda na po yung buhay namin. But this was many years after. I love talking to my wife and revisiting all of those things that we had to do back then. Nung talagang wala po kami. Because, I don't know, it's what made us who we are now. So, sa lahat po ng mga kabayan natin out there who may be struggling at this time, tandaan niyo po, lahat po tayo nanggaling na doon. Okay? Karamihan po sa atin, mas mahirap pa siguro yung nadadaanan or yung pinagdaanan. Lahat po tayo may pinagdaanan. So don't give up. There's always hope. Just keep on moving forward. You know? Use that grit. Use that power inside you. Always believe in God. Just don't give up. Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be that light at the end of the tunnel if you don't give up. So, sana naman po, natuwa kayo kahit konti. You got entertained just a little bit with this short video clip that I shared with you about my own personal life, my own personal journey. So guys, if di pa kayo nakakapag-subscribe, subscribe naman kayo sa channel ni Puto so we can grow this as big as we can. So join us on our next video, guys. This is Puto Mendoza in Canada wishing you good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay hungry, stay humble. Keep your hustle strong, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Sa akin, kung sino ang aking mahal.